Welcome to episode 24, Relatives '05. A word to your mama. Relative is a podcast within a podcast. It explores the history of one, a first-generation Mexican girl, that's me, and a black girl, that's Nyysha, meet in South Bay, San Diego, and become relatives. So this is the 5th installment. We try to do one a month, as we discussed in this episode. There's an update from Relatives '04 about the Naughty Girls Need Love 2 by the OG N&N girls with the legendary glitter. We're talking about, like, do we even know what naughty and nice is at 14? And Nyysha talks about having a shirt that says, get up on this around the same age. We also hear the story if the man that I remember at 4 years old that lived under the house, in the dirt, covered with marbles in Tijuana, was real, was a dream, or was a ghost. We get into that. We also get into wrapping up the junior high years, the autographed Twicket, Magic Mountain Twicket from the boys. And we get into a couple of other things, S&B trying to be grown and stuff like that. But I think this is like we're wrapping up junior high times, and then we'll go into high school times. But as always, mad laughs. It's just good times with my relative. So yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so don't ever mistrust your gut. Always listen to your gut. Like if it keeps saying like gnawing at you and shit. Right?
Yeah. If it stays on your mind, if it's like you keep thinking about it and man,
like it's not adding up. Like it wasn't adding up. And I was just like, boom, boom. And then boom, the shit happened. I was like, validation.
That's a good way to put it. Like when people are like, what do you mean your gut? Like trust your gut when it doesn't add up.
Add up.
I know for me, I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
So I'm always like overthinking everything. But for the most part, I'm right most of the time.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm a really good judge of character, even if the person ends up being shitty. Like I think they're good. In the moment, they're a good person. And they're probably a good person, but they do fucked up things and make fucked up decisions. But that gut, I learned so much about me and my gut within the past 6 years with so much shit going on and putting my trust into people, maybe a person, and they fucked me over.
Yeah, and then you could look back, because hindsight's 2020. You could look back and be like, "Oh, that was a red flag."
Yeah, red flag. And I even knew it in the moment, red flag.
But you like kind of dismiss it, like, "Oh well."
Yeah. So hey, live and learn, and fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them and fuck all that shit. Okay, so we're starting relative. We've been starting, but what's appropriate I will put on here. This is Relatives '05.
Nice.
So fifth installment of the Relatives.
Like
so if you want to go back, those listening, if you want to go back and listen to episode 19, which is Relatives '04, you'll hear the story of how so many things, but you hear the story of the OG N&N girls, which is the name of the crew that we're talking about when I was 14. 14, dancing in the talent show to Naughty Girls Need Love 2. If you go to that episode, you'll see a picture. I went in after we recorded it. I went in and I was telling Nye, I went into some boxes and I found the 1988 talent show.
How did you even still have that?
Because I knew. I was like, I'm going to be doing something. Not dancing, though. And so I looked at it and I highlighted the part and it says, Naughty Girls Need Love 2 by the OG N&N girls. And we got Jenilyn Aquino, Sharice Davis, Marisa Estrada. That's me.
What N&N stand for?
So, okay, so wait, let me tell you the lineup. Christine Cottrell, Shelly Davis, and Lynette O'Neill. So what happened was I showed Nyysha, right? And we were rolling. So then So then, but first and foremost, I was looking at night, like late at night. And so I found the stuff and I was dying. But, you're on the East Coast. So I was like, I'm not going to text it to you right now. So I was like, let me take these pictures. So while I'm looking, oh, excuse me, OG N&N girls doing Naughty Girls Need Love Too. And we talk about the glitter. So like I talk about how like it was my idea to put baggies of glitter in our pockets. So at the end it's like, naughty girls need love too. And it was just like glitter, and it was like made an impact. Like no one's seen that shit before.
Special effects,
right? Special effects. So I go and I'm looking at the shit, and then I was like, what is this? What is this other program? Right? We were so good. They invited us to do the same routine at the ballet recital.
What?
That same year. I have the program, motherfuckers. I have the program. And I went out, I was telling Rocka, I was like, yo, and I told him the thing, right? And he was like, he kept shaking his head like, whatever. Like he always does with me. He's like, whatever. I go, look. We were so good. We got invited back to do a ballet recital. I go, look at this. And you just look at the program, and it's like, whatever that ballet, Swan Lake or whatever, right? And then it just says that song and what they're doing. But the only ones that have their name and the people in it are us. So it's like ballet song. And then it says, Naughty Girls Need Love Too by OG N&N Girl.
And who authorized that? That's what I want to know.
1988 was on point. We were too much for 1988. They invited us to the classical ballet recital for junior high. I was dying. I was like, wait till I tell Nyysha.
I cannot believe that was authorized.
So when I found that thing, I posted, the next day I showed you, we were rolling. And then I was like, I don't know what that stands for. I don't remember. So let me hit up one of the girls on the thing that were friends on Facebook. I don't really talk to Shelly Davis. So I hit her up and I posted it, and I was like, I tagged who I could, that I'm still connected with. And then they were like, and then Shelly was like, oh my God, what did I? And then so she reposted it and she said, thank you, Ritzy Periwinkle. This is definitely a memory. And then she said, remember the glitter at the end?
Yes, I saw that. That was infamous. The infamous glitter.
Legendary, dudes. Legendary. So I just wanted to give an update that, people remember the glitter, guys. People remember the glitter. So OG N&N Girls stood for original, nice, and naughty girls.
Creative. Original, for sure. What? Y'all couldn't think of nothing else. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Original, nice, and naughty. Who the fuck is nice and naughty at 14?
Nice and naughty. Y'all asses was fast. Y'all was fast. Oh my God.
Imagine. Too bad you weren't there that year. Imagine. Like you would have just came new student and be like, who the fuck?
Nice and naughty. Like, but we didn't have attitude back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we did, but we didn't have it like we do.
Our titles had attitude.
We were kind of innocent, but we were just like, I don't know. Who said the other day? I think it was yesterday, like baby hairs. Back in the day, only fast girls had baby hair.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yes.
At least like in our hood, like in our neighborhood, only fast. Yeah.
Right.
Now it's all cute and everyone, but it's probably not the same in other places. But for us, you're right, Nye. I never thought of that.
Yes, I didn't either. Oh yeah. Q said that. That's who said that. Q told me. She was like, oh, but that's the only people that had baby hair was them fast girls.
That's
remember
real.
The bobs, and then for sure.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. It's what a different time. Like, I don't know how it is. I can't imagine it growing up now, but like that was inappropriate.
Oh no, let me tell you what was inappropriate. I know you didn't. It might have been around the same time. I have to see what year this came out, but I don't think because I still lived on Amanda Street, so I didn't know you then. So this might have been around the same time you guys are nice, naughty girls. I don't know.
1988.
So my friends and I, Cheryl, Gogo,
Shout out to Cheryl Go-Go.
Shout out to Amanda Street crew. We made some shirts that said, "Get up on this." With biker shorts. Yes, the shiny reds, shiny blues.
Of course.
But what? I mean, why are we ironing on our shirts? Get up on this. And we were so proud of them walking to the park, grown men passing us honking.
And being like, yeah.
On this. Yes, no.
And where'd you get them done at, Fam Bam?
We ironed them on. We ironed them on ourselves.
DIY.
Yes. T-shirts from Famart, I'm sure. But we got the puff. They were like puff letters.
Oh, yeah.
And we ironed them ourselves. Yeah.
I wish you had. Do you have a picture, please?
I don't know. I have to look
Cheryl
for one.
Go-Go, someone, please.
Bust the shirts out. I talked to Cheryl recently, too.
Oh, how's she doing?
She good. She live in Vegas. So when I was on my way to Vegas driving, I hit her up. But because of the mountains and everything, we kept losing connection. And then once I got there, it was like rush. But yeah, crazy.
Has
crazy
she listened?
times.
Does she know about this? Has she listened to this?
No, I'm going to have to hit her up and let her know so she can listen to the podcast for sure. Because she works from home. So she'll definitely have time to listen.
Cheryl. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, my girl. That's my peoples right there. I've known her since I was 5.
Damn. It's a long time.
Long time. Met in a bank. We met in a bank.
What do you mean you met in a bank? You were 5. What are you guys making transactions? Like, what the fuck?
We were making deposits of our birthday money. No, she was with her mom. I was with my mom. And, back in the day, well, I think still now, the bank had the things in the middle. You get the envelopes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So we were right there playing and talking. Dude, next thing you know, we were next door neighbors. We lived next door to each other. We didn't even know.
Yeah. How cute.
Crazy, right? So crazy. The good old days.
Sure. Yeah. I'm glad that she's, doing well, and guys still talk.
Yeah. Well, like we reconnected because you know how time goes.
Yeah.
But reconnected and we definitely talked. But I have to talk to Gogo. I haven't talked to her in a while, but they're my girls.
That's crazy. Hilarious. Get up on this. Like, the Supernatural Bear. I mean, if I had a girl, it's get up on what?
Yes. Zane. I didn't even know when we were teenagers. We didn't have nothing to get up on. So
just like, I like that part of the song.
Just everybody knew what was up. That was the song of the summer, I guess. We got to do better, you guys. We got to do better. Yeah.
Hilarious. So I wanted to bring up something that I don't even know. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but like I was talking to, Supernatural Bear, he, just stories come up at dinner and stuff like that. And I don't know why this story came up. And then it was just hitting me as I'm saying it out loud that I was like, I sound crazy. And the SMB was like, Mom, you've had he started rolling. He goes, you've had a weird life.
The young kids know.
I was like, you know what, Mijo? I go, you're right. I think I have had a weird life. So somehow, I don't know why we were talking about it, but I was like, oh, I remember. I think we were talking about safety, kids' safety, and how back in the day you could do whatever. Just be back when when the street lights came on, just be back. Like the shit you and I talk about all the time. Like as kids, not even teens, just as kids, the shit we do, be riding bikes off who the fuck knows where.
Walking to the store along a busy street.
Yeah,
what?
4 days, doing all kinds of shit, right? We're talking about safety. And I was like, I remember, for some reason, I just remember my abuelitos, my grandparents in Tijuana had apartments, right? They had an apartment complex, but not like what you think of, guys. I'm talking about shacks, literal shacks, where it was dirt on the floor. There was an outhouse, I remember, in the middle. And then for some of them, all used outhouses. And then some that had running water. It was you had to dump water into the toilet to make it flush, like that. Yeah. We're talking like that, that type of shit. And we started talking about I remember I was 4 years old, and I remember going and teaching the older people that live there, like how, English and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Stuff like that. But I was like, I also remember, I remember I used to play by myself with this man who lived underneath Nyysha's eyes.
The hell?
I was like, I used to play with this man that lived underneath the shacks. And then Raka and Kano were like, what do you mean? Like in a basement apartment? I'll go, no. He lived literally underneath in the dirt.
What? In the dirt?
He lived in the dirt. And for some reason, and I don't know why, I was like, I never went in underneath with him. I was like, but for some reason, the floor was completely covered with marbles. So he would give me marbles. And in Espanol, they're called canicas. And I was like, yeah, I remember I had canicas. And then someone, because I was collecting all these marbles, they got me a little bag that was like leather and a pouch for all my marbles. And then it had like little rabbit's feet all around it or whatever.
Yes.
And they were looking at me like, what? And I was like, yeah, I go, now that I think about it, I go, yeah, I was just chilling, playing with this. Like he was old. And I was just playing with this man, unsupervised, right?
Horrible.
And there was like no one around. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, Rocco's looking at me like, anything else? And I was like, no. Like, that's it. Like,
he's waiting for the bad news.
And I was like, no. And that's when Supernatural Bear was like, what? That's weird. And then I was like, that's weird, huh? And I was like, what if it's not? And I told one of my friends and she's like, what if that's not a real person? What if you're like playing with the ghost? Like, what if that person didn't exist?
She should have never said that.
Right?
Oh my God.
And I was like, what if I was? I was like, because I was like, and then I was telling Rock, I was like, dude, it's kind of freaking me out because I don't remember, and I'm little, I'm 4. So who's to say? Maybe I'm making it up in my head, but I can literally see like, I remember he would be like, oh, but in Spanish, he'll be like, oh, mija, like 1 second, I'll be right back. And I look there's no door or nothing. It's literally like, you go underneath and it's like, you can't even stand up. It's just, I remember it was like tilted on the side with dirt and it was just a bunch of marbles. And he'll be like, 1 second, I'll be right back. And you're like, go in there. Can you draw
a picture of this? Can you sketch his face, please?
And I don't remember his face. I just remember he was old.
Oh, this is a dream.
And then I was like, and then he'll come out, he'll be like, every time, I think I was teaching him English, and every time he would give me some marbles, right?
This is a dream.
So then I was like,
fake news.
So then I was like, maybe, and then so when she told me maybe I was dreaming, or maybe it was a ghost, it started freaking me out. And I was like, what if it was? So then I was like, let me hit up my cousin Jerry. Who's 6 years older than me, right?
Right.
So I don't really talk to him that much. So out of nowhere, I just text him and I was like, do you remember the name of the man that lived under the Tijuana apartments and had marbles all over the dirt floor? And I'm thinking he's going to be like, who the fuck? He goes, wasn't that Don Antonio?
Don Antonio. He had a whole name.
I was like, what? I go, I'm not tripping, right? I go, he really existed. I go, because I was telling the Supernatural Bear to Raka and like that he lived in the basement and there was no, he goes, oh yeah, no. He's like, he was 100% real.
That is
He's like, he passed away in his little cubby hole under the building. He was real.
Oh my God, who found him? That's sad.
And then I was like, let me ask his mom, my tia. And I was like, so Don Antonio was real? And she was like, oh yeah. So it turns out, I guess he was alcoholic and he and his family got divorced and he didn't have any place to go. So they let him stay underneath there. And then when apartments, like a shack became available, he was like, no, I like living under here.
What in the hell with marbles?
Like, I was like, it's a mystery. Where did the marbles come from? Does he go around town getting marbles? I like literally it was covered with marbles. And I'd be like,
marbles was such a thing back in the day too.
Remember
like,
rainbows?
Where are marbles now? Like, where are they?
I know. Do people even know what I'm talking about? Staying competitive in these dynamic times means having the right technology at work for your small or medium-sized business. Whether your goal is to grow, downsize, or modernize, Panoply BPO provides the right combination of tools, support, and affordability necessary to make it a reality. Visit panoplybpo.com. That's PANOPLYBPO.com to schedule your no obligation consultation today. Mention WTYM and get your 13th month of service for free. PanoplybPO.com. There is a better way.
Yeah, what are marbles? Where are they? They had small ones, big ones, all
The
pretty on
big
the
ones,
inside.
the big ones, remember? And you'd be like, oh shit, I'm about to kick your ass. Rainbows, hella close.
Yes.
You do the line with your hand to get closer to it so you can knock them out.
You
So,
know
yeah.
what? When you were telling me this story, for some reason, like just in my head, I'm listening to it, and how it sounds a little crazy. I'm thinking of the time when we had practice and we started watching that movie and the lady kept getting shot and we were laughing so
Greaser's
hard.
Palace. I'm gonna put a link to that.
That's kind of what, I don't know, for some reason I connected that with this story that you were telling me.
Because it was fucking weird.
Weird as hell. Weird as hell. Yeah, that was some weird shit too. But yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I don't know if I ever told Nyysha about this man.
Never, ever. Marble.
And he was real. He's not a ghost.
That is so weird. Like how we block things out of our memory and then just something boop makes it pop up and you're like, oh, okay. And there's a whole story behind it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's just, to me, it was just natural because I remember it was happy. Like, oh, I'd see, Don Antonio and I'd teach him some English words and he'd give me some
a bag of marbles with rabbit feet. Yes.
It was just funny. Like, growing up, I lived a couple exits away from the border, but I would go there with my family every weekend. And it'd be, or we even go to Tecate, which is like inland more east, and it would be like no running water. Like it'd be weird, like to be like 1 second, only a few miles away, I'm using outhouses and it's like so different, third world. And then I come back home and I'm like washing my hands and clothes and stuff like regular, It was just
that's what makes us. That's why we're so well rounded because we know what's out there. We know. We grew up knowing what's out there, not just how these kids who are entitled, who think they're entitled, are. They ain't never been nowhere.
Yeah.
They haven't had to live another life, you didn't even have to live that life, but you just knew that life.
Or just be aware of other people. Like, I didn't have to do that. I mean, I had to do it when I was there, but, I didn't have to do it every day, all day long. But I was like, oh, I have to go to the outhouse.
Yes, and I think that same for me. Like every summer we would go to Alabama, California to Alabama. Oh no, big difference.
Yeah, it's night and day. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's. I mean, coming from the city where trash people coming to pick up the trash to, now I'm staying here and I'm literally watching them burn the trash.
Yeah,
in their yard and it stinks and. You have to walk to the store in houses that are shacks and it
really added to our lives to put a shit in perspective. Like, like we're lucky, grateful, all that shit, gratitude and stuff like that. But so that's rest in peace, Don Antonio. Gracias for the canicas.
The canicas. Love it. Love it. You look like you have a marble in the back. Like that looks like a marble.
It does, huh? Like the inside of the marble.
Inside of the marble, yes.
Come on, science, symbols,
and clues.
It's all coming
together. Full circle, baby.
So, I know what we were going to say. We we wrapped up junior high, but I was like, no, we didn't, Nye. What about the time we went? I have pictures too. What about the time we went to Magic Mountain in junior high? Because it was like I have a picture of you, me, Maritza, and some other, and Tasha maybe, and some other people, and then we met the boys.
I remember that. When you think about me, baby. I
wonder what happened to the boys. They were huge for us.
No, I saw a thing on them recently, and it might have been an old like docu, whatever it is. But one of them went like to. I don't want to say the wrong info. I want to say Africa, but somewhere like he's all like
Afro set like
spiritual, and they were kind of like that anyway. I think they're Muslim.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah,
but they were still singing and stuff. But
how do they look?
The same faces, except for the youngest one. He looked a little different, but same faces. The older one,
they were cute,
super cute. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna send it to you. I just seen that not too long ago, probably like a month ago, and it was interesting.
Oh yeah.
I think it was on what is that, Uncut, or that series Uncut?
Mm-mm.
And they go back and talk about, like, I've seen one on DeBarge Family, on
I want to see
Jordan. That. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, send me a link. Yeah, the boys, we were like all about them, all their songs. They were like it. And then we went to Magic Mountain. Were they performing or were they just there? I don't know.
I don't even remember this. I barely, like, vaguely remember. I'm trying to
You know why it came up? Because when I was looking for these programs of the OG N&N girls, I found the Twicket. I have the Twicket signed by the boys.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a Twicket back, I don't think they have them. I don't know if they have them. I haven't been in forever. But you go one day and then they give you a Twicket, which meant you can come back the next day for free.
Next day for like $1
or something. Yeah. And so I have them signed and I have the actual Twicket.
Low key remember that. Just a little bit.
A little bit. I just remember because of that. Like, if I wouldn't have had the Twicket, I don't think I'd remember. Like, I don't remember all the details surrounding it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I want to remember.
I remember being nervous. And it was probably my ass. You guys probably made me go up and get the fucking...
Probably, for sure. For sure. I kind of feel like I remember we talked about it a lot, like when we came back to school.
Yeah. Like we're telling everybody, like,
yes. Yes. You know that picture we have when we're standing in front of the limo? Where were we going? What were we doing?
That was 9th grade graduation.
Okay.
I got to post that picture too. We're all like excited.
I used to love that outfit, and in the limo, baby. I had them white stockings on. Oh my God.
And where did we go? What did we do? Because we weren't drinking.
Happy to be in a limo, girl.
We just went around the block.
Probably went around the city. I think we wanted to hang out the top. We might have a little bit. But yeah, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I gotta post that picture too. That's hilarious. That was like me, you, like Lisa Richardson, maybe.
Yuna,
and little Lisa.
Lisa
Talamayan.
I think Jenilyn. Is that her name?
Maybe Jenilyn. Yeah, she's part of the OG N&N.
Oh, okay.
She danced with us. Back. Oh, please believe it, Jenilyn Nakino. Jenilyn was who you go to in the neighborhood to get bags and bags of lumpia.
Oh, she was a lumpia?
Her parents made the lumpia. So we'd get like my entire family would get bags and bags and freeze them and have them at the ready. So her family made the bomb lumpia. You could also get those Filipino tamarindos with the sugar sticks. Wrapped up in cellophane. You can get it from her. I believe that was her. And then also I think they did like shopao and stuff like that, but I didn't really eat those little breads.
Bread. Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes.
The little breads with I think the pork in it or some type of meat in it. Those shopao
ones. What about the ones with the cheese in it?
And ensamada, I think that's the ones.
Oh man, baby, those are good.
But yeah, so that was Jenilyn. I loved her parents. And her dad would always be like, Estrada, that's a Filipino name.
Stop.
which it really is a lot of it, and because we're all conquered by Spain, so Estrada is like a big over there, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah,
what another big name is over there?
What?
Mariano.
Really?
Yes, this Filipino girl, her dad's name was Mariano. And she's all, she gave me like a whole rundown about the name. I'm like, oh, never knew that, but okay. Yeah. Interesting. Thought I was making something up.
You didn't get it from nowhere? You just thought of it?
Because you know the story. I know you know the story.
I don't remember the story.
The story from Mariano, my son, his name. Remember, I wanted to name him Marciano.
I kind of do.
And Martha Lopez was weak. She was laughing so hard, like, Nyysha, you better not do that. Do you know what that means, right? I was like, no, because I was thinking Italian, Marciano, like, she's like, no, you. you can't name him Martian. Like, that's not
Oh,
cute. Yes. So we laugh at that all the time. Yes, that's how she remembers everything. With me and her, it's that name and mole. Because did you know I hate mole?
no, but did you know that I hate mole?
I
I hate mole.
no, I did not know. I know you hate bell peppers, but I didn't know you hate mole.
You're right.
And
You're
I
right.
didn't know you didn't like bell peppers until I came to when I was cooking for you and the baby. Yeah, I
Yeah.
never knew that. Yeah, you're
Just
like,
green
what?
ones. Just the green ones.
Just the greens. Just the greens. Yeah.
So, I'll say for those who haven't listened, go back to episode 18, Gen Y and Gen Z. It's with Mariano, her son,
Mm-hmm.
my godson, and my niece, Anna Tingen.
Yeah.
And they talk about, I asked them how it is they rep those generations and how it was growing up, one with a little bit of social media, one with more social media. They're just like really amazing, dope kids.
They
There's
are.
also a
They are.
revelation that Mariano tells us when they were in the tsunami of like that you didn't know.
That he was rolling or balling or
I forget what
what
it's
is it
called,
called?
Robocopping. I don't know what it's
Girl,
called,
oval copping. Ain't that a dance? I was
but that's
like, what the
Mariano.
hell? These kids, they do dumb shit, man. Straight dumb. That was dumb. Like, no, just because, you want to trust your kids
Yeah,
and trust that they make good decisions and don't do dumb drugs.
yeah,
All drugs aren't dumb, but those dumber drugs.
dumber
That was
drugs.
stupid. Like probably drinking Sudafed. I don't know. What the
Yeah,
hell?
it was like Sudafed or something like you rolling Robo. I forgot what it's called, but it's in the episode. But like because I'm like an older mom and that shit will come later. Like I just try to think of like you guys and all my friends that have kids that are grown, like to see what they went through. Because I mean, just this show, the shit that we'll be talking about that we've gotten into.
Yes.
Like we were very, very lucky, very fortunate, but
Ooh,
like it's par for the course, right? Like he has to lie, he has to get into some
yes.
shit,
All that. All that.
but
But the good thing is, I think you always have to make sure that your children know what's up. You know what I'm saying? They know who in charge. They know
yeah,
what they could try to get away with. But with me, I was up on it. That's why I tell some of these younger moms too. It's like, don't be like, oh, I'm not going to learn that about the internet or a computer or new things.
yeah,
You got to stay relevant, stay knowing these things because
yeah.
if you have kids,
They're
they're gonna be
gonna
getting over on your
run
ass.
shit. They'll run shit all over you. Da 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 da. Yeah, for sure.
They'll definitely run shit.
Like this little man over here. He's like he was trying to be on Reddit.
What?
Yeah, you know how I know? Because he signed up with his email that he doesn't have access to, but he signed up with it. And then I have all his email because it's for school, right? And it's a Gmail account because he needs it for Google Classrooms. And I was like, what?
Reddit.
And he was like, oh, because
my
transform, because he's all about Transformers, and he does research, and we allow him to do a little research, but we told him like it's a scare. The internet could be scary for us, like you know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
it could be scary because we could be doing research on something and something we don't want to see comes up. I was like, so we don't want it to be. I go, and also like people out there have more access. Da, da, da. So, anyways, I was like, he was bummed, and I was like, Mio, I was like, it's. I go, it's really not for kids. I go, but if anything, I did the research and it said, if anything, they have to minimum be at least like 13 and older.
Just because you at 48, bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Just because your mentals are next level doesn't mean, And I was like, you have to understand, just because someone's about Transformers doesn't mean they're a kid. He knows because we went to Transformer conventions. He was one of the only kids doing the Transformers trivia, but I was right there next to him. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because people could say they're 12 years old, but they're not. Because they're trying, they're, predators and shit.
Faking the funk, nasty motherfucker.
So yeah, you gotta stay up on shit, So basically, it's me because this motherfucker over here, I got to do all the techs up in the house. I got to do all that stuff, and he's not up on shit. So I got to stay up on shit.
Gotta stay up on it.
That's why.
I mean, just to even know, not even just with your own kids, but just to be out there in the world, and you got to know. You
just
got to
gotta
know.
know. You gotta evolve or become extinct. And also, I had in that conversation with Mariano and Anna, I was like, "What do you guys feel about Omega?" I keep saying it wrong because I saw it on the Tip Top, and it's the one where in the episode, the one where you just go and it's like Russian roulette, but someone just comes up. It's random people come up so you could chat.
What is this? See, I don't even know what this is.
So we talk about it in the episode. It's Omega, and so basically, it's like you go on. It's like, you know how you and I are on the screen.
Yes.
So I'll go on, and then it'll come up, and it's a random person from could be any
Yes,
part of the world.
I know this. Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know the name of,
yeah.
but I know what you're
So
talking.
that's
I've
what I'm
seen it
talking about,
on
and
like
we talk about
live or
that,
something.
and then
Okay.
even Mariano and Anna were like, "That's not for kids. That's even scary for us." Like, cause
Yes.
who's to say? And I was saying that there was this one girl that I follow. She's a magician. She's dope, and she's of color, I'm assuming. And she was like, doing her cards, and then the person comes up, white dude. The whole wall is a Confederate flag. And she goes like, "You can't see me because it's a pocket, but Nyysha, you can see me." She goes, "What we're not going to do is that." And then because you can click it to skip them or like to hang up on them and get someone else, right? And I was like, "Can you?" And I see kids on the Tip Top, like creators on Tip Top, they're doing it, and it's like these little kids, and the little kids are super sweet. So it'll be like someone that's in full drag makeup, and the little kid would say something nice about them, like, "I'm thankful for you," and stuff like that. But imagine like a little kid running into like some racist shit or some naked shit, or
it's horrible.
You
horrible.
have to like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you might not be ready for that. Just like us growing up, we didn't have all these things, but like I recall going to one of my mom's friend's house, a woman, and I would go in the bathroom. Well, the first time went in the bathroom, I'm like, "Oh, no more toilet paper. I'm looking for toilet paper." Everyone usually keeps it on their cabinet. Dude, I opened the cabinet, Playboys, Playgirls, whatever it was. So that's kind of like the same thing. You're like, "Whoa,
yeah,
okay, I don't know what to do with this right now."
Exactly.
Like, yes. It's just not it wasn't at our hands then, but now, oof.
Now I could look up any fucking foul shit. It's at my fingertips.
Anything.
I don't gotta pay for porn. It's fucking free. Like,
free.
I'm just like not ready for those conversations, little man. But like,
just always keep it real. I think that's always that worked for me, and I think that's why my kids are pretty well-rounded. I mean, one of the reasons. But I just always kept it real. I spoke the lingo, even if it was a little harsh.
Yeah.
Just so that they know. And I think I saw this one time on Oprah. It was always like, I think it was a therapist basically saying, you got to think a kid thinks you don't know things because those are you never spoke about them.
Yeah.
Like, will be a little derogatory right now, like the word dick.
Yeah.
Like, you're not using that in your everyday language. No. So once they hear it, it's like, oh, okay. But once they know that then it's kind of like, oh, okay, I can relate. Like, the kid can relate to you knowing the word. Not that it makes it better, but it makes it easier. Like, conversations will be easier.
Yeah.
And so that's what I always kept in my head and always would do. Like, you're like, I know what they're talking about out there. I know and I would say the words.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they would know I knew the words.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my mom ain't no sucker. Yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, they know. In the conversation, I said something, and I was like, "Oh, your mom knew. Your mom had it down. She knew." And he was like, "Yeah." But like also like what you're saying about from Jump, they said don't make little cute names for body parts for the kids. Like, it's a penis, it's a vagina. And so Rocco was pissed. He was like, "Why?" I was like, "That's what scientists, people say that you should do, because then, if you make it all cutesy, then it makes it seem like it's okay if someone's talking in that same way, trying to touch that shit." And so he went and he's, like you said, he acts older as fuck. So he's in preschool and he starts talking about it, like, saying it and stuff. And, but it's, it's the real words.
The real words, no baby talk. I mean,
and I never baby talk to him.
No baby talks, but we can use little cute words, but they have to know the real words.
They have to know the real words. Yeah.
Like, our family says China instead of vagina. But I used to say vagina, so China derived from vagina. But because Yaya couldn't say vagina, so she called it China.
Close.
Yeah.
It's close.
It's close.
Yeah.
China. Chinatown.
Chinatown. Do you want to take me to? I remember one of the. I don't know if it was one of the first porns, but I remember we were in college, and it was like me, Aaron, Danny, one of the G's I always talk about, and I don't know who else. Maybe our whack ass roommate at the time, and then I don't know if it was Hope as well. And we rented a porn. We went to the place. You had to go get the VHS.
Oh, Blockbuster?
It was, but it was a local one, and they had in the back all the porn stuff, right? And they give you a black bag or whatever. And then we got some porn, and we were watching it. We're rolling, and it was called Vaginatown.
What? Hell no. Hell to the no.
And we were just laughing. So now we always say, that one song, "Won't you take me to Funky Town?" We always say Vaginatown.
Oh, the shit. Man, it's too crazy these days. It's scary. Super scary.
It is, man.
Glad the kids are older.
Yeah. Oh, I wish mine was, but he acts older. But we'll see.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's it for today. What do you think?
Man, yeah. It's always something to talk about. It's always like something going on.
But like, think about. I want to wrap up junior high, but I was like, let's not forget this. Like, let's not forget, the boys and stuff. Did we go camping?
Junior high? I never went camping.
Oh, maybe that was before you, because I think I have pictures of. No, I think you're in there too. We're like camping? In some bunk beds in a cabin.
Why would we go camping in the 9th grade? That's weird.
I don't know. 9th grade camping trip?
6th grade, but I don't remember the 9th grade.
I remember 6th grade, but we were like, I have a picture and you're like with the tissue or something. I have to find
it. Always. Oh my God. Still to this day. Tissue face.
Yeah, and then you remember that one guy, Joe Rivera? Filipino guy?
Yes. Was he cute?
Yeah, he was he was cute. I don't know. I was thinking about him recently and I was like, I wonder what he looks like now. I should look him up. But like, he had like the tall, spiky hair, Filipino times. And so I think he's in the picture too.
I feel like I kind of remember this now.
Right? Because I remember, and I think it's like you and I don't know, maybe I'm mixing up pictures and times. You know how that works. But if I find it, I'm going to look, maybe this weekend I'll look through some more pictures. And if I find it, I'll send it to you. But I was like, I think we went camping for some reason.
Dude, I don't have no pictures. I need to get pictures. All the pictures are in my mom's storage.
Oh.
That's Arizona.
In Arizona. I was going to say, Dago, Arizona.
Yes. I mean, like from childhood. She has like all the pictures. All. Like
I want to see those.
70s.
Oh, I got to see those.
I want to see those. Yes, for sure.
You got to make a trip like soon.
Oh, I'm scared. I just made a trip.
I know, but like to go there for your pictures, go through some shit.
For sure.
Because you want to scan them too, you know what I'm saying? So like if anything happens, and then also disperse and give them to Mariano and Yaya so they have copies. And
yes, we need some memories. We need to start looking, especially now. Like I try to print out pictures as well, just because. I mean, if you die, they're on your phone, and who can access it? No one.
Exactly. For the first 2 years of the Supernatural Bears life, I would print out books.
Yes.
And it'll be like year 1, year 2, and then it had a couple of pictures. And I was like, I'm going to do this every year. And then life gets in the way.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking, and he doesn't know it, that I was going to do next year, he turns 10 years old.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Crazy. So I was going to like do a book to show from like year 1 to 10. So you can have like a nice book of pictures and shit.
Yes.
Of memories. Oh, so we were talking about in another episode, we were talking about how you always look buff, but you're like asthmatic, wheezing.
Still do. What you
and
know?
And how people say stuff like that, whatever. You had sent me a picture, or no, you posted a picture on Insta stories, and I was showing him, and he's like, that's the Nyysha? Because you had the long braids, right? It's like the other day you posted a picture. And I was like, yeah, that's it. He goes, man, he's like, the Nysha's buff.
That's right, my boy. Yes. Always. I need to lose a little weight, you know what I'm saying? So my muscles can pop. Remember when we were competing, me and Ayada, we're all competing. Oh, girl, I done gained all that weight back. Shit.
It's a new
All this
day.
Southern comfort. The Southern
The
comfort.
Southern comfort. All right, then. Nice. So, in the meantime, in between time, let's think of like any more junior high shit, and we'll wrap that shit up. We'll wrap that chapter up, and then Martha, who you mentioned, Martha Lopez, and Joey said that they're down.
Yay.
But they also said they were listening to the last episode, Roland, and they said that they're down to come on, but you know that they would have to change names when they no changing names. If you're gonna come on here, you're gonna say all the names of the people. We're talking about high school times. Who gives a fuck?
It's high school. We ain't embarrassed. Come on. What the hell? Forget about it.
Let's call the people out. Let's talk the shit.
I'm ready for high school. Like, I don't even remember how I even met Joey, but we all met and we all cool.
So it'll be
I'm
interesting to have them on, and interesting to see like what, because they had to meet you first, and then when I came through.
Oh, true. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, because I wasn't there. I was Southwest, and you were.
It was a gap.
It was a gap year. We took a gap year.
Okay.
All right then, relative.
Cool. Until next time. So are they going to be on next time?
I don't know. We'll have to see. We have like about a month. We've been doing this is about almost to the day a month since last time.
Every single month, like month.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. Your relatives in once a month. That's my goal. That's been my goal since jump. So
cool. Yeah, it's always fun. I love this. I'm so glad that you started this. It's definitely therapeutic.
Right?
Yes. It's good shit. Good shit.
All right, Raleigh. Do you want to support original content that supports diverse voices? Why not support Word to Your Mama? You're listening to it right now. Become a patron. Head over to patreon.com/WTYM. There are 4 patron levels to choose from, including Good Looking Out, I'm Down, Hell Yeah, and Please Believe It. Benefits include patron shoutouts, exclusive patron-only content, and so much more. Head on over to patreon.com/WTYM to take your support to the next level. Gracias. And now, introducing
the Supernatural Bear Corner. Supernatural Bear. The newest in Transformers technology. The best film facts and Allspark engineers has ever brought to the public. A new world record will be set with the new revolutionary technology of the Combiner. We present Defensor. Our new technology has been experimented with and experimented with again, and we will bring you the world's first war for Cybertron, Defensor, which is combinable. SMB and Big Bear as Allspark engineers.
Shooby-doo. Yeah. Well, there it is. Episode 24, but 05 of Relatives. With my relative Nyysha. Nyysha Sepulveda up in here. Also, if you made it this far, then you found out Don Antonio was real. You don't think it's weird until you say it out loud to people, to other people, and then it sounds weird as fuck. But it, like I said, it added to us. I mean, we're well-rounded, as I'm playing with old men that live in dirt filled with marbles. You never know. I mean, that's impacted me in some way or form. And then how epic was the Supernatural Bears promo? he was like, can I do? And I was like, well, let's not do it for regular ones. But for the relatives episode, yeah, you can be a little creative. So I was like, here's my account to this to try to look for some audio beds for the feeling. He's like, I want it to be revolutionary. And I was like, if I do that, only one is like Revolutionary War type of music or sound effects. I was like, so I go, what about epic? He's like, yeah. So then I was like, you do the research. I showed him how to put it in a folder and to see which ones he wanted. But I was like, maybe you should already know what you want. And so he was like a little professional, like he's been in the booth many times. He was like, yeah. So I put it on. He recorded it. He knew exactly what to do. Didn't need it written down or anything like that. He just had that voice just ready to roll. One take. It was one take. And I was like, okay, what do you think of the volume? He goes, yeah, could you either lower my vocals or raise my vocals one or lower the sound, the music one, and then make sure if you can cut it off because the music's too long. Da-da-da. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I'll cut it and then I'll fade it. He's like, great. And gets up, walks out. And I was like, professional. He's been here before, like I always say. So yeah, episode 24, Relatives 05. Like I said, we're going to do it once a month. Thanks to all those who are leaving reviews. We're going to do a review episode where the Supernatural Bear in the SMB corner will read some of the latest reviews. Keep those coming. Subscribe. We got the donate. We got the Patreon. We got the Stora to buy pins and all kinds of things. Support us. I appreciate it. Tell your folks and tell your friends. Keep it going. Yeah, man. That's it. Until next time, we reap. Word to Your Mama is owned and produced by Ritzy P. Intro is produced by Nico Beats. Relatives intro is produced by Howie T. And as always, Word to Your Mama is brought to you by RitzyPeriwinkle.com and Panoply BPO